The news and views expressed herein are the sole property of Kenosha Today. Certain portions of this program may be unsuitable for children, sensitive adults, small animals, and the general public. Viewer discretion is advised. Well, Scott, are we ready here?
Let's go, Big Daddy.
All right, let's see what happens.
We cleaned up our act here.
Nice turkey neck.
It is a turkey neck, I think.
I know.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Uncle Scotty Barter along with Elmo the Insane Schneider, and welcome to the November 28th edition of the Kenosha Today Saturday Morning Breakfast Club. We have escaped the bonds of the Barter Manor Family Room Studio, and as you can see, we are now on a mission. We've cleaned up our little errors that we had last week, and thanks to Elmo's. Of course, I offered my.
The gremlins got into the thing. And
I offered to lend my computer expertise, but thank God I don't know. Anyway, so we're streaming live across the cool and crisp cornfields of the Midwest to everyone all around the world. We are brought to you this morning by our major sponsors, Barter's Financial Planning Services, along with a host of other very fine local businesses. What? We doing all right?
Yeah, we're fine.
We remain committed to the great city of Kenosha.
We should be committed, that's right.
It all depends on what time of the day you start talking to us. And if you want to watch the replay, you no longer have to wait to go back. Apparently, Channel 14 is going to come back somewhere in the middle of January, and then you.
Excellent. I haven't heard.
That's what I heard.
I do send the shows to Jason, so he puts them up on their so we still are on Kenosha Community Media.com or something like that. I guess.
I don't know if they're having a hard time. They haven't put any new producers on over there, and of course, they had to get out of that building by. When was it?
September.
Yeah, because the building was sold. I don't know what's going to. Who bought the building?
No, it's for sale.
Oh,
did it sell?
Sold, yeah.
I don't know. I
think so.
haven't seen it. So.
But you know what? The way that's configured, it had all the little sales offices, and just like
I know where you're going.
Wait for it, Emma. Wait for it. Don't race me to the finish line. Just like when we left WLIP, and okay, I won't steal your thunder, but this has brothel written all over it. All over it. You can call us for anything you want to talk about, 262-597-3020. It is 39 degrees here in the Kenosha Today Nation this morning. Stock market just, bumped over 30,000 and closed just a hair down. So I think we're on the right direction as far as that goes. There we go. We cleaned it up. So I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. And myself, my family, my one daughter was another way and the other daughter another way. So for the first time ever, I spent Thanksgiving by myself, which actually turned out to be a good thing because
I thought Rosie was here too.
Look, we're not even 4 minutes into this. And then I got to throw Gunga and the mall rat on top of this. Anyway, this is the first time in many, many years I haven't been relegated to sit at the kids' table. So watched football and did basically a lot of nothing. I did for the holiday here. Oh, there was an article about practicing all the social distancing, and because we're in this pandemic, and
we actually did that at my Thanksgiving because my uncle he's got it and he's in bad shape, so my parents are all. Yeah. But it was good. Yeah. None of the younger people cared about it at all. So.
Well, this is not exactly your traditional Thanksgiving. Tell the folks what you had.
It was great. It was all comfort. We had Italian beef, macaroni and cheese, coleslaw, Brussels sprouts with garlic cream sauce, and
I hate Brussels sprouts. It gives me gas.
Well, it's cabbage. It's little cabbages. That's it. But it's what else did we have? Something else. 3 pies. We had pumpkin pie, traditional pumpkin pie, because my son loves that, and pecan pie, because my dad loves that, and then I had a chocolate cream pie too. So
I actually bought myself. I haven't had a piece of pie pumpkin pie in a long time, so I bought one and it barely made it to Thursday because I kept nibbling on it. And hypothetically, maybe somebody will send me a pecan pie.
And we had you like pecan pie? I don't really, my dad loves it. I don't really care for it. It's too sweet for me. So.
Anyway.
Maybe Shirley will make you a pie. How about that?
Yeah.
She's got to be out there listening, I'm guessing that.
You know, everybody...
Watching, not listening. We're not on the radio anymore.
We see you, Shirley. You know, all the ads were telling everybody to practice safety during the holiday and because of the pandemic. And here at Barter Manor, we practice...
We see you.
We practice...
we see you.
We practice social distancing. We practice safe sex. And it's saving one of them.
There's
no guy in this place.
There's no such thing. I can tell you that. The
Well,
consequences go on forever. Okay.
Yeah, but you got a little different scenario. I couldn't keep up with you or her. Wash your hands often. Consider holding your Thanksgiving feast outside. You just spread out in different parts of the house, right?
What?
Up when you had your
Well, we were in the living room, and my parents had a fairly large house and a large living room, so it was easy, except for my daughter and her new husband. We're very close together.
Oh, they're still married, huh?
Yeah.
What is that, about 2 months?
Oh, but yeah, 2.
Okay.
September 19th they got married, so they're very much in love. And,
Well, we wish them well. They didn't take this is your daughter, right?
Yep.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Hey, we had this at the meeting conference yesterday afternoon. I never heard of this, but one of our colleagues is looking for a chameleon doll.
Coco Melon doll.
Coco Melon doll, that's it. Coco Melon.
Supposedly it's like the new Cabbage Patch doll or Tickle Me Elmo or whatever the big things for little... You can't find them because as soon as they go off the shelves. Little kids are totally enthralled by these things. And
so I told this...
There's subliminal messages of communism coming out of this thing's mouth, and they're indoctrinating all little children to become good, obedient communists. So.
You know, it's just, and then they have it's like a cartoon show because of this. Now, I've never heard of this, but apparently they get them in, like at Target, apparently, and then they're out, and you can't find them on the internet. Amazon doesn't have them. So it's a Coco Melon doll.
Right.
If anybody knows, we will pay.
We got somebody that's going to pay a premium for one of these things, so if you can find one, we'll split the difference with you.
Yeah, there's my handling charge.
Yeah.
Depending on how the circumstances go. So we'll see how that works. You know, then remember that? How long ago was that when they had the dolls that you just mentioned? That
Tickle Me Elmo. That was back in the early 90s, I want to say.
And then the Cabbage Patch doll.
That was before that. So
I don't quite understand it, but kids got to have goals to look up to something.
Well, no, people are stupid. No, it's the parents. That's the problem. The kids really don't care about it. So it's the parents that think it's a status thing to,
You get this doll and you go, sing it away.
I'll tell you a story about a gift my sister got one time, but I can't say that now. In these days of political correctness, I can't talk about what she got. So
good. Well, not so good. Of course, if everybody knows by now, there's the long-standing tradition at the White House to pardoning the turkey, and I got to ask when Gunga calls what they do in Pakistan. But this year,
you pardon a camel
and a goat, sacrifice a virgin. But it's the tradition that started some years ago, and 2 turkeys make this long trip from Iowa from this year. And President Trump went out and did his presidential duty. And last year's the names of these turkeys were Bread and Butter. And
this year, you know what it was?
Donald and Rudy. It was Corn and Cob.
Corn and Cob. Yeah. Cornhole and Cob. That's it. That's it.
So, right, how'd you like to be that turkey to be put on display knowing that, you're going in the back on the rose garden and you're done?
No, it's a lifetime pardon. They send them out to a farm someplace. And
they don't?
Nope. Any turkey that's pardoned by the president doesn't go under the axe. Oh. Unlike you and me. So
that was a little different. I tell my daughters I had that special knee operation. Up until a couple summers ago, they actually thought, we're just sitting out in the patio having a couple beverages. Says, you had that knee operation back in '86 or thereabouts. He says, I never saw a scar in any of your legs. Well, why do you think?
I had a good surgeon.
Yeah. Why do you think you haven't had a little brother? Anyway, here's I'm really upset with this. What's his name? Michael Jordan got selected as the sexiest man of the year.
And you missed out again, Scott.
I missed it. I'm conceding nothing. I'm going to take a page out of the Trumpster, and I claim fraud on this deal. Massive. This thing was riddled with fraud, and it's the biggest hoax I think since Kenosha invested all that $300,000 in those goofy trolleys. So Elmo, you get Rudy Giuliani on the phone, and I'll go get some hair dye, and we'll
We're going to challenge your last mayoral race. Okay, how about that? So we'll put Rudy in charge of that.
I didn't even make it out of the primary. They see Rudy's coming. I think the Pennsylvania Court of Appeals knocked that one last thing down, and so I don't know if he was going to sue in Wisconsin.
No, it'll go to the Supreme Court. That's their whole intention, is to go to the federal Supreme Court.
And what do you think's going to happen when it gets there?
I have no idea. Okay. Well, the problem is they knocked it. The Constitution strictly says that the state legislatures write the election law, and what they did, that got struck down. Wisconsin got struck down because the governor and the Supreme Court tried to change the election law. They don't have the right to change the election law. That's what they did in Pennsylvania. That's what they did in Georgia. So that's what they're kind of banking on here.
Excuse me. We'll see how that works out. You want to give us a call, 262-597-3020. Of course, we had Black Friday yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And we have.
Isn't that racist?
Yeah, I thought if there was going to be in this time and times.
It's a great Steely Dan song, by the way. So, but other than that,
I thought for sure that they would call it something else. But especially when, like, I was watching the football game between what used to be the Washington Redskins. Well, they can't. They're just the Washington football team. And
well, Scott, I did say today, for our show at least, it's Stupid Business Saturday. So that's.
Well, that was going to get to that. You know what I picked?
Because all we did do is stupid business here. That's it.
Well, you can spin it that way if you want, hypothetically. But you know what? I picked up the Kenosha News today. I didn't see one article about small business. And, small business got hit when they closed everything down. And in Kenosha, we got hit with the riots, which still we're undecided what's going to happen once the verdict eventually comes out with that.
Yep.
Like somebody suggested.
Save your plywood.
Have it the announcement maybe in the winter months. So
yeah, they'll wait till there's a blizzard. They're predicting like 18 inches of snow, and then they'll make the announcement. So that's probably not a bad idea.
But anyway, independent retailers and restaurants, a lot of restaurants are really hurting this last month. And
it's not even bad around here. You go to L.A., they're going to shut them all down for 3 weeks and stuff. How can you?
Well, L.A. can have outdoor dining.
Nope, they're going to shut everything down.
Really?
Everything. No outdoor, no indoor, no 3 weeks. That's what they're talking about.
Well, I just, you can only go so far. And I guess if you're a politician, you got to say, I'm going to look out for your welfare.
Well, we're going to fine you. Well, you're going to put me out of business anyway, so what difference does it make?
You got a call?
Yeah, the weather bunny's on the line. Good morning, Shirley.
Good morning, both of you. Good morning.
Well, good morning, dear.
How are you today?
It's good that the president pardoned the turkeys. And that's a lifetime pardon, right?
Yep, it is.
They
yep.
never.
They put them out.
They don't have to worry.
They put them out on a farm, and they never have to worry about going under the axe.
Hey, would this be kind of like when a racehorse and they put the horse out to stud?
Speaking of racehorses, we got somebody else here. All right. Good morning, Gunga.
Good morning, my favorite people of all time.
Oh God!
Hi, Ganga, my sweetheart. How are you?
Sometimes I think
I am wonderful. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was good, very good. Ate a lot.
Your world famous turkeys.
Yep, had my turkey. It was really good this year. Nice, very moist turkey.
My invitation.
I don't like that
turkeys?
word moist.
I know Mr. Elmo had Italian beef.
That's right.
extra wet.
Well, you know why he did that? Tell him. Because Chris Columbus.
Christopher Columbus delivered Italian beef to the Pilgrims on the first Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
He was a good man.
Hey,
Elmo, tell me what statues they ripped down over Thanksgiving, those gutless turds.
They tried to rip down what's President McKinley's statue in Chicago. I heard that. So, but they were unsuccessful.
They got anything better to do?
Yep.
guess not. Hey, Gunga, let me ask you a question here. You know, the president pardoned turkeys. What's the equivalent of a president in Pakistan? The Grand Poobah or what?
Well, after 5 years of marriage, you have the option to execute your wife. So I guess that would be about it.
Oh, no.
Yes, after 5 years, no one should have the same wife, as far as I'm concerned.
That's right.
So basically, what you're saying,
What?
there's no prenuptial agreement in Pakistan.
No, you have the option of getting shot in the skull once or hit by many rocks.
Oh, my gosh.
Surely you're not taking this character serious, are you?
No. Gunga, what did you have for dinner on Thanksgiving?
Crow.
Well, unfortunately, I had nothing because I got stuck working at the donut shop. It flooded in one of our facilities, and I spent the entire day there.
But didn't it make you feel like you accomplished something and you had a purpose in life?
I did. I made some money, and I didn't have to look at my wife, and she didn't have to look at me.
But you're saying win-win, right?
You made money, so that's good. That's always good.
Hey, Gunga, what do they
Well, that's
sacrifice?
what they say.
Hey, what does the president of Pakistan pardon? Like President Trump pardoned a turkey? Does he pardon a goat or a camel or a virgin or what?
Didn't you listen? I just said the execution of one's wife.
Yeah, I heard that, Gunga.
Now, Gunga,
Ernie is the only one paying attention, obviously.
I'm hanging on your every word.
Gunga, I've found through all my investigations, there's an island in the South Pacific, and the people that live down there get married for 1 year at a time. And after that year is up, they have the option to renew the contract or go somewhere else. So, and this goes on forever. So you only have to be committed for 1 year at a time. I think that kind of works out well.
Kind of like
they have, the divorce rate is 0.
I concur. That's an excellent option. I think we should adopt that to the other Bill of Rights.
Sounds good to me.
Surely.
What does Gary think about that?
I didn't even see
I
his
think
lips.
you're a little late to that.
We have somebody else
a little
here.
late, yeah.
All right, hang on, you two loved ones. We got another call here.
That's a good one, Gunga.
Good morning, Dennis.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
We're good.
Well, hi, Dennis. Hi.
I have a question for Gunga.
Yeah.
Yes, Mallrat or MR.
Mr. Mallrat to you. But
you.
anyway, are you Hindu? Are you of the Hindu religion?
I am the Dothead Indian, which is akin to the gasoline station Indian, which is akin to the 7-Eleven Indian, which is akin to the Dunkin' Donut Indian. Does that answer your question?
Well, with all those descriptions, you must have met Joe Biden somewhere in your past. But anyway.
Hey, Mr. Mallrat.
I don't believe he would remember.
One at a time.
You have to have that Indian dialect,
Dennis.
I just got to say hi to Nancy. Hi, Nancy. I love you, Nancy. Hi.
Okay, one at a
She
time.
loves you, Nancy.
All right, I have a question.
She
Oh,
loves you
hi,
too,
honey.
Shirley.
Hi.
Oh, God.
But
We're getting out of control here.
if you were of the Hindu religion, you would know that in the ancient Hindu world, when a husband died, his body was burned and his wife was thrown into the pit and burned along with him.
Oh, he was. In other words, he was one of the luckiest men alive if he died before his wife.
Well, that kept his wife in really interest of his good health, you might say.
What if, hey, Dennis, what if it was the other way around when she dies first? You throw her into the pit, and he gets to go out and chase more women. He gets to live.
No, yeah, he gets to go out and pick another one.
Yeah,
Exactly, Scott.
Well,
Hmm.
hey, yesterday.
They're not as backward as we might think.
You know, for an average viewer.
That's why you guys.
Listen, you.
Maybe that's why
Listen.
Pakistan split with India, huh? They didn't want to keep doing that.
All right, kids, just settle down.
Could be.
No, I forgot what I was going to ask.
Scott, how was your birthday? I gotta ask, did you do anything exciting on your birthday?
Me?
He did nothing.
Scott,
I did nothing. I was ill on Monday. And by the way, as long as I
You were
got
what?
Dennis, I got your message, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. In all seriousness. Now,
Well, you know, I want to keep giving you those messages as long as I can.
well, I'd like to live till 81 too. You know, to the average person that would just tune in here and not know what this show is about, because quite frankly, we don't know. It would probably think that Elmo and I and
we're all nuts.
I'm not nuts. You sounds like we're anti-marriage.
Yeah, really.
Dennis?
Did you have birthday cake? I want to know, did you have cake?
No,
No.
I apparently someone made it and
All his kids are sick, so he couldn't
I
do anything.
couldn't do anything. So
Oh, are they sick?
They all got
Well,
COVID.
one-
So
no, not all of them. Just my grandson.
I have a question for Elmo.
uh-oh.
Well,
Go
ask
ahead.
it.
What did you think that the possibility of the future of our nation is going to allow 11 million undocumented people that broke the law to come in and be citizens along with you?
They're going to
Is that a
try.
wonderful concept?
You know, the difficult part about that is that our current president had agreed to make a deal here, but our the Bobbsey twins, Nancy and Chucky, wouldn't go along with it because they didn't want him to have a victory, or have that added to his accomplishments. So,
You know what?
So they're going to let the moron do it.
yep.
I just was.
Well-
Wait a minute. I was just corrected when I said I didn't have any cake, but I was given a special cupcake. So I appreciated that.
Oh, good.
So, hey, any
That's
of
your
you?
favorite watering hole had it for you? Your favorite watering hole had the cupcake for you?
No, it was at a different place.
No.
Scott, did the cupcake crumble when you tried to put the appropriate amount of candles on it?
It was. Hey, it wasn't a cake like the one Irish Ruth brought me for my birthday that time. That already had a big chunk eaten out of it. So.
I remember that. We were at a remote. I remember that. Yeah.
They made her take it out of the Union Park Tavern.
Well, she brought it to the Union Park.
Yeah. It was still.
I
She
remember.
brought it. There's always a big chunk taken out of it already. So I was like, "What was this? A used birthday cake? What the heck is this?"
Yeah. I'd be kind of leery of that. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
That's a tradition in Pakistan, used birthday cakes.
Hey, do any of you folks know what a cocoa melon is? It's a doll.
Yes.
Have you ever heard of
Everything
this?
used.
Hey, Mallrat, you might have seen one of these in your travels. Of course, yesterday was your biggest day of the year, right? When you go out mall ratting.
Exactly.
Well,
Oh boy.
I'm
But I
looking.
was only the driver. My betrothed was the shopper.
So do you sit in the car while she goes and spends 3 hours? Or you go sit? What did you say?
I couldn't tell. Okay.
Or do you just go sit in the food court and stuff your face with burgers and
No,
fries?
I sit in the parking space and read the paper, or read something else. Bring a transistor radio so I don't have to keep the car running.
You're lying.
Listen to my transistor. What are you talking about? I'm lying. Come on.
You got shoes?
Oh yeah, I did go into once. I went into Meijer. I did go into that store.
We have another caller, so hold on, folks.
Hang on, everybody.
Went to the gym? Went to another store?
Good morning. You're on Kenosha today.
Do you remember the good old days when we'd all sit around and call former Governor Scott Walker a dictator for financial responsibility in the state of Wisconsin?
Well, how are things
Now
working
we've
out
got-
for all of us?
Yeah, and now we've got governors basically putting up roadblocks. We've got the governor in New York basically calling law enforcement a dictator for not enforcing his mandates to shut everything down. We've got the state of New York, issuing a $15,000 fine to the business owner who was holding a meeting, trying to rally other business owners when they kicked them out, the health officials, who were escorted by two sheriff's people. I don't know if you saw that video. And they basically kicked them out of the business. They came back and they taped a $15,000 fine for having his door after he told them to get out. He said, you got to come back. You got to have an appointment. Remember the good old days of Scott Walker? The dictator, Scott Walker.
That's right.
Taking financial responsibility for the state of Wisconsin, and he's a dictator.
Hey,
Look
Paul,
what we have now.
does Lenny Palmer know this?
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Hey, Paul,
That-
does Lenny Palmer know all this?
I'm sure he does, but will you get Lenny to admit it?
I don't think.
Lenny Palmer doesn't know crap from Shinola.
That's why his shoes look so bad. That's an old.
That's why, Scott. That's why you should have been elected to public office. You would have never had a mandate because you're heterosexual.
Where was the where was the fine for the BLM crowd for all the rioting that they did this
That's
summer,
right.
Well,
and for the lack of social distancing that they had? I guess that's okay when you live in the United States of Russia.
Well, that's considered part of reparation, Paul. That's considered an advance on reparation.
hey, Paul. So you,
Boy, I'd hate to see what real reparations are going to be like then, because I'm sure that's coming under this, if, Joe Biden gets
hey,
elected.
Paul. I heard on the radio.
Two 60-inch screens.
Wait a minute. Hey, Paul. I heard on the radio that your Racine County Health gal, Bauer Sox or Dottie. She tried to
She is
close.
a bit daddy. Okay.
She tried to close the schools, and now she's in a bit trouble because she didn't have the authority to do that. Apparently,
You try to close what?
the schools.
No, she can close the buildings, but she can't close the schools.
Oh.
That's it. They can still do
Virtual.
virtual stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
This I didn't understand what they were doing. So,
Yeah, the school board would have to actually stop
oh,
online learning.
Okay.
But she can say nobody can be in the
Do
school.
you want
buildings.
the weather, Scott?
yeah. Well, let's get to your
Oh.
weather, and then we'll let you.
Yeah, we got to have the weather here.
Hang on. Today's Kenosha Today's Radar Weather is sponsored by Capo Web Design, which is a locally owned web design and development company here in Kenosha, specializing.
I
in
have one question.
what? What?
Is the mall rat adjusted correctly?
I think so. But the real thing is, I would love to see Shirley in leather the next time she does the weather.
Well, we'll work on that.
You guys just have
Very
too
good,
much time.
Dennis. Yeah.
All right, now can I finish this weather introduction, Gunga? Thank you.
That was an outstanding, poetic, whatever you want to call it. I was very impressed.
Actually,
I'm very depressed.
who actually designed
Yeah.
and is currently
I try
developing
not
our
to be.
site, thekenoshattoday.com. For more information, you can visit www.capowebdesign.com. Okay, Shirley, let's hear it.
Okay. Today, sunny, breezy in the afternoon. Tomorrow, increasingly clouds. Monday, clouds, a bit of snow, wind and colder. Tuesday, more clouds and a little sunshine. I love the sunshine. And Wednesday, sun, through high clouds. The clouds are going to be high.
Sounds like you're high.
They've been in the garage, your garage, have they? Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm heading for it in a little while.
You want
Sunshine
to
on my
share our
shoulders.
screen right now? This is
Sunshine, sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy.
Oh, yeah. Me too, Dennis. Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Barter, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you proud of us for being so mature during the weather? It wasn't as much fun, was it?
I got to get out of the house more often, I'm telling you. But
Well, I can still see Shirley though, and all I can say is, oh.
Oh, yep,
Heavy
yep,
breathing,
ooh,
okay.
Yes, sir.
Shirley,
Yes.
2-car garage, 1-car garage, attached garage, detached garage. Give me a little detail on what garage you have.
It's
Hot
a big
filled garage.
three
Joe's
car
garage.
garage. It's very big, and keep a lot of pot out in that garage.
Wait, your hero, Governor Evers, is going to come find that pot and confiscate it.
Yeah. Well,
No,
yeah.
no, they're
Okay,
gonna. Paul, you're
Gun
wrong.
goes
They're
left
going to
us.
legalize it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. He'll come smoke it with you, Shirley.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Hey, Shirley,
Yes.
grade Tony Evers.
Uh-huh.
Grade F scale. What would you have? What kind of grade would you give him? Roughly halfway through his administration.
Not very good.
D? D minus?
Incomplete.
D is in dog?
Yes.
hey, I hate to change the
Okay.
subject.
Are you going to show the same level of hate for him that you did for Scott Walker?
Yeah.
I expect
Yeah,
you
but- yeah, but-
to say, "Ooh, I hate
but-
that guy."
Yeah, but surely if he pardons a turkey, can he earn extra credit?
Well, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Say, I hate to interrupt this stirring conversation.
I'll give him a little slack there.
Hey, I hate to interrupt this stirring conversation between you three, but would you all like to hear these top 10? Please say yes, because I'm going to read it anyway.
Yes, it's a must.
We're waiting with every one of our breasts
Our breasts?
for waiting. Yeah.
Bated breasts.
This
It's a
is
Kenosha tradition.
written in her home office here in the confines of Barter Manor. This week's top 10 thought-provoking category. These are the top 10 best Black Friday sales deals. And Dennis, I did this without your help, too. Number 10. Kenosha laid the COVID .08 face mask. Number 9. This is over at Wally Mart. Dr. Fauci's Beginner's Experiment Vaccine Kit. Number 8. I think I wrote this wrong, but it's PMS Pharmacy. The Rudy Giuliani hair dye for dummies. Number 7. Here at Barter Manor, yeah, we had a sale going on yesterday. It's a small world after all garage sale opening. Code is extra. Number 6. Herbert's R Us had a sale going on. The soap on a rope conjugal visit gift set. Number 5. Over at Worst Buy, the Holiday Magic Recount pressure cooker. And number 4. This is from NASCAR, the Sheridan Road Hot Wheels cars. From number 3, Sex and the City, put this on, the Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell anatomically correct blow-up dolls. Some assembly is required. Number 2, this is from the 22nd Avenue Business Association. Uptown's Burn Baby Burn gift cards. And here's we have a bonus because it was a holiday. The bonus doorbuster from Liars, Cheaters, and Beyond. The Michael Flynn Pardon Me Lie Detector Kit. And the number 1 best Black Friday sales deal. This was from the Green Bay Packers gift catalog. They're fumbling, bumbling, social distancing bobblehead dolls. That was based on last week's game.
Hey, Dennis, I heard
That's not gonna.
the Packers.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen Sunday night. It's going to be a bloodbath. The Bears are going to go home with their tails between their legs.
I don't know. You can never tell with those two teams. I had a sports betting show on when I was driving over here, and it went. Bears went from 8.5 down to 9.5 down, and I think knowing what those games are like, I think you could probably put although I want the Packers to win, you could probably put some good money on the Bears and take the points.
I heard Foles is not going to play, not even suited up, but Mitch Trubisky
Yep.
is going to start for the Bears, apparently. Is that true?
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. Put it
Well, they have no offensive line whatsoever.
They're behind the same dilapidated offensive line.
So what do you think the answer? How about I was watching the Cowboys play Washington, and there's three teams in that division were 3-7.
Careful, I'm a Cowboy fan.
Why did you bother to do that? I didn't watch any football. So.
Did you watch it, Paul?
Just a little bit. I pretty much got my line in the sand with professional football this year.
Yep.
But I watched just a smidge of it.
Well,
but that was the first football I've watched all year, and I didn't watch the full game.
Mike McCarthy is the same idiot that he was when he was here in Green Bay. He's got the full fourth quarter. He's only down by like 6. On his own 25, he likes to fake a punt and doesn't make it. Jerry Jones has got to put him on the bus and send him out to the golf.
Have you noticed that there's tons of teams going for it on fourth down and long? No matter, it's like they don't care. Okay, we're gonna, no one plays conservative this year. I don't know why it is, but they don't care. So they figure everyone's going to be dead next year, and they're not going to get paid. So they're all going to die of coronavirus. So that's it. So.
Well,
look at it this way: they can't get booed live by fans in the stands.
That's right.
I think Dallas had some fans, but they are just a very inept football team, and the game before that.
Honestly, look, I thought. I'm sorry, Scott. I didn't mean to
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, even before this year, and all the BS with all the BLM stuff and all that. Pro football had become damn near unwatchable. The amount of penalties.
That's it.
I mean, honestly, when you watch a game, there's a certain flow and a certain rhythm to a professional football game that keeps you interested. But it seems like every time they would get going into that, there'd be some sort of penalty or something that they can never quite understand, like, what the penalty should be. It's always been consistent. 1 week, it's pass interference. The next week, it's offensive pass interference. The next week, it's a non-call. And it's like they sit around and, once they make the call, which disrupts the game, then they spend like 10 minutes talking about it among themselves, and then overturn it. I mean, it became, for me, even before all this, when I just finally said enough,
Paul,
it's become almost unwatchable.
Paul, you know why that is? I can give you one good reason why that is.
Go ahead.
What do most of the NFL officials do on their day jobs?
Oh, they're attorneys, right?
Correct.
No.
Yeah.
Does that explains a whole lot right there.
That going back to the Packer game, that last 2 minutes took just about an hour because there was penalty after penalty after penalty and offensive holding offense. And these guys, they were tackling these guys. So, I mean, you gotta call it, so I suppose, but that just, and you can't even throw in an advertisement in the middle of all that.
But what's interesting is I have, it's true what they say. I've really stopped watching it. I haven't watched a full game all year, college, pro, any of it. And I find I don't miss it that much. It's not like I pine for it. Same with baseball. And when you start looking at the kind of revenue numbers they have to generate to pay these people, they should be exerting a lot more of their influence and telling these, states and stuff like that, let us have fans, because look, it's just going to get real ugly. I mean, you keep locking down the country like this, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Nope, not at all.
I agree with you, Paul, and I think like let's take baseball. They were having a 10% increase in revenue for the last 8 years, and they could afford to pay a guy like Christian Yelich, $20 million. They can't afford those guys anymore.
Nope.
And without the fans. However, I blame the fans for, you paid $12 for a bottle of beer at Miller Park, and you pay
Yeah.
$200 for a seat, okay, supply and demand. But those days are gone now. At least
Unless you work for the government. Only people that work for the government will be able to afford to go to professional sports. That's the thing. Because that will take all the money from the rest of
Hey,
us.
Paul, here's some sports thing you can get behind. Tonight on pay-per-view, Mike Tyson is getting back in the ring.
Yeah, against Roy.
Is he going to bite somebody's ear
Yeah,
off?
Some of that.
he's 54 years old. He hasn't fought in 15 years. 8-round exhibition match, and pay-per-view $49.99 to watch that moron.
Yeah.
I hope that Roy Jones Jr. has some ear protection on.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't
Yeah.
that what Tyson was the guy that actually bit the old guy's ear off?
Yep,
didn't he?
yep. Now, what happened? We were going to put that the wrestling ring down in the middle of the Cracker Dome and put Anthony Kennedy and who was the who was the guy? Who was the other large guy that wore the leisure suits to all the city council meetings?
For sumo? Sumo wrestling?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
what?
Wickland. Was it Kurt Wickland?
Oh, Kurt Wickland.
Wickland.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
that guy. Oh, did I call him the task? I'm watching I haven't seen him in a lot, but he was a great guy. And I called him the task because day after Labor Day, he comes with a great-looking three-piece suit, but it was white.
It was a white leisure suit.
And you don't wear white after Labor Day.
Polyester. Okay.
He was a
He was my alderman.
Yep.
He was a great guy. I liked him.
He,
had a good sense of humor.
he
Good sense
is
of
a
humor.
great guy. He really is.
You know who screwed him out of that election? The Fab Five at the time, because they redistrict
Yeah, yeah.
right around where you are, and so they ran. I think it was Matheson.
Matheson, yeah,
ran against
Matheson
him.
ran. Yep. You know, he's back in the city of Kenosha.
He's in the 12th district. Bought a house out in Whitecaps.
Yep. They kicked him out of Summers.
Well, they didn't kick him out of Summers. We don't have any evidence of that. So, but
Hey, Shirley,
Yes.
when they legalize marijuana, are you going to get to the Kenosha Transit Authority and try to have someone drive a cannabis?
Yeah, right.
Boo!
now I know what you're doing, Dennis. Hey, where your wife's in the mall, I know what you're doing. You're sitting out trying to write material for the show. We got another call.
We have got another caller. Somebody else is trying to butt in
All right,
here.
hang on, everybody.
Obviously,
Very good, Dennis. Very good. Yeah.
Good morning. You're on Kenosha tonight.
obviously she's not in the mall long enough.
Hey, we got another guest. Let's,
You went in. You went shopping.
Shirley,
Captain, what's going on?
Yes.
we have the captain's on
Hi.
Hi, Shirley. First
Uh,
lady
uh,
of local radio talk here, man.
Hi, honey. Hi, Captain Mike.
We saw you,
Honey,
Captain.
okay.
Hi, get my second.
Don't get
Get
hangs
my
up right
second,
away.
honey. Hi, Captain Mike.
Okay, all right, all my children, one at a time now. Captain, I heard you
Yeah.
were ill. Seriously,
Yes.
are you okay?
What?
I heard you were ill. Are you better?
Oh, yeah, I'm a lot better. I thought I turned on. You know, I am old. I'm trying to turn down none of my gizmos work. I'm listening to you on
Whoa.
Kindle. I got for nothing, and you know that JBL speaker thing. I got that plugged into the Kindle. All my gizmos. In fact, the guy that started this gizmo stuff.
Captain, your life is way too
He got-
complicated. So
Yeah, he got fired from a local bar recently, man.
Okay.
So I got
All
good.
right, I'm gonna ask
that.
this question. All right, hang on. I'm gonna ask this question. Go around the horn one at a time. Should we call this is it a Christmas tree or a holiday tree? Captain.
I call it a Christmas tree.
Okay, Paul?
Christmas tree.
Shirley?
Sure.
Christmas tree, absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't
Tell him,
think
Shirley.
Yeah.
I don't think Kenosha's even gonna have a Christmas tree, but
they
had to
put
be-
all those stupid ornaments, those giant things out in front on the
Oh,
corner
okay.
of 6th Avenue and 52nd
Oh,
Street.
okay.
I saw our overpaid city employees out there putting those up. I think it was yesterday when I went past. So
Have we gotten that far to the left or right, whatever you want to call it, to call it a holiday? It's a Christmas tree. But they have to please everybody, I suppose. So I thank you for your
It's
contribution.
a Christmas tree. The song goes, Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. Not oh, holiday tree, oh, holiday tree.
I
Tell him, Dennis. Tell him, Dennis.
You're
Right.
not mutual, Eddie. Yeah.
I think we should call it a
Christmas
transsexual tree since the Kenosha School Board just put their new transsexual policy into
We were
effect.
going to get to that.
Christmas time is here. The snow is falling fast. You can take your Christmas tree and
Hey!
a lot of trees. That's a good one.
That's why we play disclaimers at the beginning of this show.
Yeah, well, Cap, how would you like to be an angel on top of the tree? You got it shoved up every
Hey,
year.
what is wrong with
Thanks a
you?
lot, Dennis. Gee.
Yeah, I
get
got
'em, Nancy,
I
get
got
'em,
a
man.
star on top of my tree. I got a star. Not an angel.
And by the way, some of your Christmas tree looks like it's intertwined with some different type of growing leafy substance, Shirley.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Dennis,
A very happy tree.
I got another question.
Well, she
Hey.
she disposes of her tree properly. She smokes it.
I got another question.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All my children.
Don't waste any of it. Don't waste it.
Hold on.
Safe
You
trip.
guys remember that Beverly Hillbillies episode?
Okay, I got another question. Hang on. I'll go around. We'll start again with Captain. Do you lay naked underneath the tree in hopes that little elf will be there?
I've been muting them, so I got to unmute them now. That's it.
Oh.
Since they got out of control.
Okay.
They get, all right.
Okay, all right, Captain. Is he back on the line?
He's on the line. Yeah, Captain's.
Captain, do you lay naked under the tree?
What tree? I ain't had a Christmas tree in 20 years, man.
Well,
Yeah.
all right. How about
He
you?
lies naked on your treadmill is what he does.
Yeah,
That's it.
while it's going.
Oh, sure. All the time, man. Are you kidding?
Is that drugs? Is that drugs, Captain?
He must be.
Drunk?
Shirley, do you lay
Drunk?
naked underneath your tree?
Christmas tree because you're too high all the time.
Oh, no, just a lot of trouble, you know.
Okay, I just was curious. I didn't know.
Okay, Shirley, do you lay
Turn it
naked
on,
underneath the
turn
tree?
it off.
Shirley,
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
okay. Paul,
Nope.
Paul, you lay naked underneath the tree?
Yes,
That a boy.
yes.
You
Might
do?
start talking Russian now.
Your wife's not listening to this, is she?
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. How about you, Mallrat?
Yes, I do, but everybody that way thinks that I'm their present, and they try to grab me first.
Good one, Dennis. Good one.
Don't encourage it. Or do you have the little tag that says some assembly required or batteries not included?
It's not responsible for blindness.
What are you, drinking turpentine or something?
You're in the Clorox again, right?
You got a writer? Do you have a writer that thinks up all your jokes and stuff?
Hey, Scott,
No.
I've got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
Go ahead.
Are you taking the hovercraft out today or the ultralight?
Oh, the hovercraft.
You talking to me?
What is it going to be, Scott Barter?
Oh, you're asking me the hover? Oh, yeah. You keep asking me, but I still don't know what
Great day.
that's referring to.
No, we talked a lot about the hovercraft before. I told him about my plan for the future. We can get rid of all the cars and replace them all with hovercrafts.
Oh, okay. Well, I was still thinking
Scott,
about laying naked
Tell
underneath.
everybody you don't have a hovercraft.
I don't.
I wish I
You
did.
crashed it the one time when you were leaving the bar.
No, I hit my head on the wall. That was the issue. And that was
Oh,
about a
yeah.
year
So
ago.
supposedly you slipped, right?
He really hurt the wall bad.
It was
The
there was
wall
some
was bad.
moisture. There was some moisture on the floor, and I slipped. And
Moisture.
we'll have to show that wall. You know, it's the corner with the metal. That thing was caved in. My friend Spider Ron had to come and redo that. My life was almost ended that afternoon.
Oh, God, could we be so lucky?
Poor wall, man.
Yeah, that was a
that's when
bad fall.
That's when they changed the name of the drink from a Harvey Wallbanger to a Scotty Wallbanger.
Good one, Dennis. Good one, Dennis.
Hey, there was blood gushing.
That's a good one.
Scott,
Yes.
were you bleeding?
Yes,
Profusely.
profusely. Yep.
Really?
You had to have stitches, didn't you?
No, I gutted it out because, well, I didn't have anybody to take me to the hospital.
You want a nurse come and save your bleeding skull. So that's
Here's a 22 to put it in the other hand. So, yeah,
Scott, you know what works good for that?
What?
When you've got a laceration like that?
What?
Shrink wrap.
Shrimp wrap?
I'm serious.
Really?
I'm
Shrink
serious.
wrap.
Put some 4x4s. You know, I'm an EMT, right? So
Oh, I didn't
put
know that.
4x4s or something on the wound, and then just shrink wrap it up.
Well, it was
And
right here
also,
on
if you ever injure your head, you should put a tourniquet around your neck.
Exactly.
it was, but then it's,
Troubles will be over.
hey,
Yep.
Paul, it was right here on the top of my head, in the back of the top.
That was bad. You really could have died, Scott. You for sure. That was a bad fall.
Yeah, it was freak accident. But what
Sure.
happens?
Of course it was.
All right,
But you're fine.
all right,
You're
all
fine.
right, Shirley.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Gotta
See
go
you, Shirley.
decorate my house. Bye,
Take
everybody.
it easy, Cheryl.
Bye, Shirley.
Yeah.
Shirley, just remember.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Shirley, just remember humidity control and good ventilation for the grow room.
Okay.
And Shirley,
Yes.
just remember, how is that working out for you?
Yeah.
Shirley, that's
Yeah, Ganga, you still there?
Gunga's long gone.
Oh, is it gone? Oh, okay. Well, love you all and have a good weekend.
Bye bye, Shirley.
All right.
You too. Have a good
Bye-bye.
have a good week after Thanksgiving.
No,
Yes, and stay sober.
hey, we have to say that
Wait a minute.
unlike the
You better
lazy
tell Captain to
scumbags
get
on
sober.
radio.
All right,
Hold on.
all right,
Where's she
Bye-bye.
at? Where's she
all
at?
right, Shirley,
Where's
you're
she at? I'm
gone.
going for her.
All right, one at a time. We can't all
Bye,
talk.
Captain Mike. Bye,
Oh,
Captain Mike.
yeah. See you, Shirley. Bye-bye now.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Cheryl.
Bye, Dennis. I love you. Love you, Nancy.
We're in a too good.
I love
Nancy
you,
loves
Scott.
you. I like you.
Love you more.
Love you, Elmo.
Bye bye. You know I have the power to cut you all off,
Bye,
so you better
Nancy.
quit this.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. We're gonna have to end this and leave this discussion.
You know, unless your children can be more disciplined.
Like Elmo and I.
Okay, that's right. No, we got a
That's
big
why,
announcement.
Scott, we thank you for you've done the exact opposite of our governor. You've given total freedom of expression to everyone.
That's right.
Yep.
Our
You
governor
don't-
has no fire. He has no fire. He speaks so like a monotone. Like I don't know. There's nothing there. There's no fire, man.
Well, okay.
There's no nothing.
Now, hold on. We have a big announcement to make. Unlike,
Bad. Wait till you get Joe Biden.
Okay. All right. Hang on, everyone.
hold on. Unlike the lazy people that work in radio, we are going to be here the day after Christmas and the day after New Year's for the Christmas hangover show and the New Year's hangover show. So
Yeah.
we're the hardest working people in media here, right? Right now. So
So you got that going for you.
You know, you guys kidding me about being a Bear fan? You know who I heard on the radio with Hampton and what's his name? The big lineman from the championship team.
ooh, not mine though.
From Bev from Bristol. She called into the show.
Yep. I hear Paul on the radio all the time. So
Hey,
get
Paul, what
around.
were you gonna say? What were you gonna say about the Beverly Hillbillies, Paul?
Oh well, don't you remember that episode where Jethro he went he went to a park where there were a bunch of hippies and he was talking to them about they thought he was really cool and groovy and he was wearing like a Robin Hood outfit and he was talking honest to God he was talking to the one hippie and he was talking about crawdads. And he goes, they're best when you smoke them. And the hippies were like, wow, man, this guy's cool. We got to hang out with him. And the whole
Well, that's what
episode was about
happened.
them smoking crawdads.
that's what happened at the boathouse last
honest to
night.
God, It's one of the best ones I've ever seen. I laughed hysterically throughout it. YouTube it. It's absolutely hilarious.
No, when we after Scott left the boathouse last night, me and K Dog, which I learned I've been misspelling his name all the time. So it's not KDOG, it's KDAWG.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Right.
but it got to a certain point, and they put on like MMF, stuff on the TVs there. I said, "What the hell is this?" So I went through the channels and I found, and we put on Andy Griffith and Green Acres and all those good old TV shows. And I don't think we got to the Beverly Hillbillies, but it was.
Somehow I had a feeling
You gotta
alcohol might
watch
play a
that
part in that.
episode. It's surreal.
You know what? And the people around liked it. They didn't want to see people beating the crap out of each other, so they would rather watch Aunt B getting shot in the head by Andy. So that's it.
Yeah. Honest to God, though, that it's like these writers, I don't know what they were on, but whatever it was, man, they made some funny stuff because it was a total misinterpretation of what Jethro was saying, and these guys were all like, wow, man, this guy's really crude.
They had to be wasted. They had to be wasted. That's it.
All right, gang, we
Honestly,
got to
I
move.
wonder-
We're almost done here, out of time, but I appreciate y'all calling, and have a great week, and we'll talk to you next Saturday.
Okay, good night,
Take it
you
easy,
guys.
man. Good
Take it
show.
easy.
Bye.
Just
Yeah,
remember,
10 days.
every
I think
time.
I'm over this COVID.
Just
Take it
remember.
easy, everybody.
10 days. Okay.
Okay.
See ya,
Hold
bye.
on,
Bye-bye.
hold on. Every time a Christmas song is played before Thanksgiving, Santa kills an elf.
Well, that's a way to end the show, Elmo. Boy. All right. We'll talk to you next week.
Take it easy, guys.
All right.
All right,
Thank you,
see you,
Scott.
Dennis. Be
Thanks,
good.
Momo. Bye-bye.
Santa kills an elf. Let's see, what was it? Oh, we were going to talk about the Kenosha and this district policy currently recognizes a student's legal name and pronouns that coincide with the student's biological sex assigned at birth. Why do we even have to, these people have to waste their time to do with this? Maybe remember that transgender, I think it was a girl that identified with being a guy and she wanted to go in.
Oh, what was her Ashley? Yeah,
Something
I
like
can't.
that, yeah.
I can't remember where it
But
is. She was just in it for the cash to try to get a movie deal. That's
Yeah.
what her mom was. That was
Yeah.
the whole thing. Her, him, or whatever the heck it was. But
And here we got more important things. The city is going to 35 million in road repairs. I like that. Start overhauling 22nd Avenue from 60th Street or maybe 52nd.
that's actually their only job that they're supposed to do. SSS, Street Safety Sanitation. That's it. Stay out of the rest of it.
Now we got this
Whoops. Wait a minute.
400 million for the downtown revitalization project. Emma, we've been at this revitalization for 20 years. I guess some of it's good. I guess that parking ramp downtown across from the post office is almost done.
That's a really nice structure, though. Congrats to Findorf Construction. They did a really nice job on that thing. Hopefully, it doesn't collapse or anything. But
This says they added 356 parking stalls.
yep,
So, I mean, it doesn't even look like a parking ramp. It looks like a regular modern building.
yep. It
On the
looks really
outside.
good. Congrats. They actually. Let's see if the cars can fit in through the doorway first.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, here we are in over Kenosha. Oh, we got we have a tendency in this city to have to do everything over. Yeah, what if it collapses? First wind down. Anyway,
Let's not judge too quick on whether it's a success or not. Okay.
we don't want to have to come back and retract everything we said here. Well, good show today. And, entertaining.
Is there such a thing as a good show? I don't know, but okay.
Well, there is. And,
We're still alive after
yeah.
1 hour.
And we'll see what next week brings. And like you said, we're going to be here the day
We're
after.
looking at putting Irish Ruth's wedding photos up next week, so that may be something to. That's a little teaser there for everybody. So that's
Sounds like a lawsuit waiting to happen to me. But at any rate,
We are going to be here the day after Christmas and the day after New Year's, and we'll probably take.
And we're going to take a week or two off after that,
January, unless we sign
a well-deserved week off. I've got a complaint. I'm going to call up somebody on the radio because every time somebody's filling in for another person on the radio that goes, he's taking a well-deserved day off. It's not deserved at all. Those people are a bunch of slackers. That's all I have to, it's part of your contract, or you've been furloughed or been suspended, one of the three. So there's no such thing as a well-deserved day off. That's all I have to say. So.
And that is going to wrap it up for the November 28th edition of the Kenosha Today Saturday Morning Breakfast Club. I want to thank all our sponsors, Barter's Financial Planning Services, Kenoshans for Open Honest Government, and Charlie V's Kids for Cancer Treatment Foundation. We've been streaming to you live this morning from the Barter Manor studio, located on the corner of Happy and What Went Wrong. And so for Elmo and myself, until we meet the next time, we thank you for the privilege of your time and have a very safe and pleasant weekend.
Oop, wrong one.
Written by our piano player, Mr. Elmo the Insane.
Well, I'm not a crook.